Hi, this is Eat Sleep here from the Techies, and today I'm going to be going over some basic Photoshop CS4 preferences. Photoshop CS4 is really neat, I guess, to sum it up. These options here, analysis and 3D, it actually only comes with the extended version, so if you don't have the extended version, you won't have the option to use these. But the 3D in CS4 is a lot more developed than the one in CS3. It has more options, as you can see, which are very neat to use. But today I'm going to be going over general preferences of the program. So to change the settings of your preferences, you just go to Edit, Preferences at the bottom, and General. Well, you can use all these, but just General goes over all of them. And this is your preference table thing. And the first one that comes up is the color picker. Now you can choose color for the actual outline of Adobe, which I don't really care about that, so I'm not going to change that. And then you have all these other options here, which you can change based on what you need. You know, zoom with the scroll wheel and animated zoom and stuff. Some of them are already default, but you can change them to what you need. Okay, the next is interface. The interface actually changes the color of the program here. Right now it's set to grays and black. You can change it to custom color, or to make it look nicer and more user friendly. Next is the file handling. Now this is what a lot of people change. It is the how Photoshop saves files and uses them. For here, usually it really doesn't matter. You pretty much do what you want it to do. For me, I have it to always save, never save, or you can ask when saving. And down here at the version, below the version queue, it says recent files list contains how many files. That means in this right here, open recent, it will display 10, 20, or however many recently closed files that you want it to set. And I usually just keep it a default of 10. And next is performance. Now, Photoshop really likes to use a lot of your RAM. It's just RAM eater, I could say. And right now, it's set to using 60% of the RAM. And you can change that based on how you're using what you're doing in the program. You're doing different 3D or regular, it uses less or more RAM. So next, the cursors, and I usually like precise cursors. It gives you the more precise stuff, or you could use standard to make it look like the actual tool brush, or the just circle, which isn't as precise, so I just use precise on both. Now the transparency and gamut, which is the next one, it sets your transparency of images that are transparent. Now you can set the grid, which is right here, this is a preview, to different colors, but this is the default of what it will show when you have transparent images. Next is units and rulers. Now the units and rulers, first of all, the units, they change whatever you want to do. If you want to do a website image, you do pixels. You do want to do printed inches, centimeters, and so on. And you can change the resolution when you're printing right here. Print resolutions, pixels per inch or pixels per centimeter. Obviously, the more you have, the more RAM it'll use, but it'll look nicer. Okay, next is guides, grids, and slices. I don't really see this as important, but it's here. And for your guidelines, you can change the color, mainly because if you have an image that is a certain color, you don't want your guidelines to blend with that image. So you can change the color here, and also you can do dashed lines or regular lines. And here's some other grid and slices settings, colors and stuff, yeah. Next is our plugins, and all this is for is if you have plugins in a folder, you can choose them and import them or install them or whatever. And type I really haven't used type. I haven't been needed to change anything in here. The things you're going to want to change are the general interface, file handling, the stuff at the beginning which changes how the program runs. So yeah, that's the preferences of the Adobe Photoshop CS4. Play around with it to see how you like it, and yeah, thank you.